Deborah.
The president met with House Republicans trying to pass immigration legislation. Correspondent Stephen Portnoy.
We had a great meeting. Thank you very much.
The president emerged from his huddle with House Republicans sounding optimistic, but the prospects for passing a new immigration law aren't high. Aides say Mr. Trump endorses both of the competing proposals. While one bill is seen as more strict than the other, backers say both would aim to keep families together after they're arrested on the border. But neither bill enjoys the support of Democrats, and that means they'd likely be dead on arrival in the Senate.
Homeland Security Secretary Kirstjen Nielsen is a staunch supporter of administration policy at the border. When she chose a Mexican restaurant in D.C. for dinner,
kids don't eat in peace! You don't eat in peace!
Protesters gathered outside trying to shame her over family separations. The U.S. is pulling out of the UN Human Rights Council. Ambassador Nikki Haley says a group that includes countries like China and Venezuela and shows chronic bias toward Israel isn't worthy of its name.
For too long, the Human Rights Council has been a protector of human rights abusers and a cesspool of political bias.
Several advocacy groups say the U.S. withdrawal hurts efforts to advance human rights. A new no-no at airport security checkpoints. The TSA says you can't have containers with 350 milliliters of powder or more. It's about the size of a soda can. CBS's Chris Van Cleve.
You'll still be allowed to carry them on. However, they have to come out of the carry-on bag, and they will be subject to additional screening.
Powder, an ingredient in improvised explosives. Canada's Senate has passed a bill to legalize recreational use of pot nationwide. Activist Mark Boris San Maurice.
Once marijuana is legalized, people are going to treat it like it's not that big of a deal and it's not, something to panic about.
Recreational pot use is already legal in Uruguay. S&P futures up 9. This is CBS News.
You have enough things to worry about every day. Insurance shouldn't be one of them. You can leave worry behind when Liberty stands with you. Liberty Mutual Insurance.
Save more with Liberty Mutual Insurance.
Hey, Todd, Liberty Mutual just saved me $782.
$782? Liberty did what?
Yeah, it's a lot of money.
Maybe I should switch to Liberty Mutual.
Visit us online to... Hey, stop echoing.
Sorry.
Visit us online to get a quote, and you could save $782. Liberty Mutual Insurance. Based on a recent countrywide new customer survey, coverage is underwritten by Liberty Mutual Insurance Company, Equal Housing Insurer.
Everyone's forgotten who runs this valley.
Academy Award winner Kevin Costner stars in Yellowstone, premiering tonight at 9 on Paramount Network.
This ain't checkers, son. This is chess, and you're about to play it with masters.
You were right. They're building a city.
Promise doesn't need your permission.
In this valley, it does. All men are bad, but some of us try real hard to be good.
Yellowstone, new series premieres tonight at 9 on the new Paramount Network.
Ford says it'll turn a dilapidated building into the centerpiece of a new campus to develop self-driving cars.
You love Detroit, make some noise right now.
Rapper Big Sean, born here in Detroit the year this train station closed, on hand to celebrate its future. Bill Ford saying this symbol of urban blight will be where they develop vehicles of the future.
We want this station, a place that many people suggested should be torn down, to be a beacon of development, opportunity, and possibility all over again.
It'll take 4 years to complete the renovation. Jeff Gilbert for CBS News, Detroit.
News of those tender-age shelters in Texas, too much for MSNBC talk show host Rachel Maddow.
Trump administration officials have been sending babies and other young children to at least 3 tender-age shelters
Maddow
in South Texas.
Emotional to go on. Pass the show off to Lawrence O'Donnell. Deborah Rodriguez, CBS News.
Hey, Dave, you in for golf this weekend?
I can't. I promised I'd find a plumber to fix a sink and a painter to paint the...
Just use Angie's List.
Doesn't that cost money?
Not at all. It's free to find pros in your area who can do the work. You can even read ratings and reviews from other customers.
What about roofing pros?
Angie's List has pros for everything. And to save time, they'll even match you to the best pros for the job.
Oh, that's awesome. Looks like I'll be able to play after all.
Find the best pros for your next project at angieslist.com.
It's time to join the millions of people using Zoom video conferencing.
Turn any size conference room, huddle room, or executive office into a Zoom room with flawless HD video, crystal clear audio, and instant wireless sharing. It'll even work with your existing hardware. Start your meetings with a single touch or use Zoom's new voice command feature. Hey Zoom, start meeting. Huddle happy. Visit Zoom.us to set up your free Zoom room trial today. That's Zoom.us. Zoom Video Conference.
A local radio service of Voice Radio Incorporated. This is WCLU Glasgow.
You're sick and your doctor's office just closed. You injured your finger working in the yard and it's Saturday afternoon. Where do you go? Well, TJ Sampson has 3 choices for you when these and other similar situations occur.
The clinic at Walmart can help with.
TJ Urgent Care at the Pavilion can help with.
And when it's...
Grandpa, are you okay?
You might want to try the emergency department at TJ Sampson Community Hospital.
TJ Sampson Community Hospital. Your community, your hospital.
Want to stay in the know on what's going on with your Glasgow EPB? Just follow us on Twitter at Glasgow EPB or like us on Facebook at Glasgow Electric Plant Board and stay informed about new products, services, and money-saving tips. With a smartphone, you will also have access to constantly updated information during outages. For 50 years, we have been the vital service you depend on daily for your electric, cable, and internet needs, and we hope to provide you even more information and benefits through Facebook and Twitter. Join us today. We are your Glasgow EPB, bringing you the future faster.
You know you can depend on WCLU for local news on the air, online, on demand at WCLUradio.com.
Good morning, 76 degrees at WCLU, 7 minutes after the 6 o'clock hour. And we're going to be waking up with, about this time tomorrow, some cooler temperatures. Ray Stagey really believes so, and he's going to tell us about it here in round 1 of our weather updates.
Clouds in, temperatures coming down over the next couple of days with the rain chances going up. Still near 90 degrees, though, today. A few clouds around on a sprinkle of rain this morning and some scattered showers and thunderstorms around, mainly second half of the day. Now, tonight we're going to see occasional rain showers come in, most likely after midnight, a rumble of thunder, and on a warm 70 degrees. The average low was 64. Now, tomorrow with rain in the morning and scattered showers and thunderstorms in the afternoon, we're only going to hit 79 degrees. So tomorrow is certainly a day where, if you're going to bring the rain gear this week, tomorrow's a day to do it. More scattered storms on Friday, highs in the middle 80s, but it looks like we'll dry out for Saturday. Nice start to the upcoming weekend. Cloud, sun, mid-80s. Scattered storms Sunday with highs in the middle 80s. I'm meteorologist Ray Staging, the Weather Channel, WCLU, your home for local.
Thank you, Ray. If you listen to what he was saying, 64 is the low average. We're at 76 this morning. We're waking up 12 degrees above average, I guess is what I'm trying to say. There's a little rain on the WCLU constant coverage and studio radar screen this morning. Some light rain that appears to be following somewhere. Let's see if I can zoom in here just a little bit. Along about Russell Springs, Beaver Dam, that area, not Beaver Dam, Russell Springs and Jamestown, headed north up toward Danville and up toward the bluegrass region of the state. Really pretty light rain, but more than we've been seeing about this time of the morning. No precip in the past 24 hours. And let's see, the winds are out of the southwest at about 4 miles an hour. And a little bit less humidity this morning, too. We're down to 88% humidity. 76 degrees, round 1 of local news. In the newsroom with News Director Angela Briggs. Good morning, Angela.
Good morning, Henry. Well, the Barron County Sheriff's Office says that one woman is in custody in connection with the weekend shooting. 19-year-old Alyssa Branning of Cave City turned herself in to the sheriff's office around 10:30 yesterday. She's been charged with 4 counts of wanton endangerment. The charges are following a shooting that occurred on Beech Tree Lane in Barron County this past Sunday. Around noon on Sunday, the Barron County Sheriff's Office responded to a residence on Beech Tree Lane and found that a gray passenger car had pulled into the individual's driveway, fired multiple shots into a vehicle with 3 people. The Sheriff's Office learned the shooter is a 17-year-old male juvenile. Charges have been filed against the juvenile for 4 counts of attempted murder, 1 count of criminal mischief. Branning was driving the vehicle, according to law enforcement, that pulled into the driveway that fired the shots. If you know anything about this incident or can help law enforcement locate the juvenile, you can call the Sheriff's Office at 651-2771. A recent session of the Barron County Grand Jury has returned several indictments. 47-year-old Kelly Wayne Franklin of Glasgow is indicted on 3 counts, burglary second, assault fourth, and persistent felony offender. 27-year-old Michael Yanez of Glasgow was indicted for 3 counts, persistent felony offender, promoting contraband, and tampering with physical evidence. 57-year-old George David Dane of Glasgow was indicted for 2 counts, wanton endangerment and endangering the welfare of a minor. 25-year-old Mercedes Jones of Glasgow was indicted on 6 counts, tampering with physical evidence, possession of synthetic drugs, drug paraphernalia, DUI, license to be in possession, and failure to produce insurance card. 19-year-old Teresa Peck of Glasgow was indicted for 2 counts, forgery of a prescription and criminal possession of a forged prescription. 27-year-old Chelsea Renee Murray of Glasgow was indicted on 3 counts, possession of a controlled substance, drug paraphernalia, and possession of marijuana. And 37-year-old Melissa Jewell of Glasgow was indicted for 2 counts, possession of a controlled substance and possession of drug paraphernalia. Remember, indictments and accusation only. All individuals should be considered as innocent until and unless proven guilty in a court of law. The Hart County Sheriff's Office arrested 33-year-old Mary Gerald of Munfordville. She was arrested at the Hart County Judicial Center on Monday on a Barron County indictment warrant. She's been charged with possession of a controlled substance, first degree, first offense, wanton endangerment, DUI, and careless driving. She was lodged in the Hart County Jail. Again, remember, indictments and accusation only. All individuals should be considered as innocent until and unless proven guilty in a court of law. 6:12 a.m. on this Wednesday morning, 76 degrees.
TJ Sampson, providing TLC, Total Local Care, 24/7. My husband and I were both admitted to TJ Sampson. They were so good to us, and we will always go back to TJ, your local health care provider. Total Local Care, 24/7.
Why the name Fire Pit Spirits? Because your beverage of choice is meant to be enjoyed with good friends, celebrating life, happiness, or just the end of a hard week of work. And, as always, it's meant to be consumed responsibly. So, whatever you're celebrating, gather around your fire pit, because good times are made with the ones you choose to keep in your circle. Fire Pit Spirits. Best selection, best service, best friends.
The university scientists have long hypothesized, where does the magic man get his magic? The phenomenon that is the magic man is considered one of the great wonders of science. Truth be told, there is no science greater than magic. And that's why the mystery remains.
Hi, I'm Eddie Bruner, and yes, technically I am the magic man, but there's no magic to it. It's honesty, knowledge, and paying the best prices I can pay.
In more local news, it's good news for anyone who plans to attend the University of the Cumberlands this fall. Their tuition will remain frozen again this year. Marking the 3rd consecutive year, their tuition rates have remained stable. The decision was made despite the trend that schools across the state to raise their rates in response to state budget cuts and lower enrollment figures. Now, Cumberlands is one of only 2 private universities in the state so far to freeze tuition for the 2018-2019 academic year. Financial struggles within public universities have led to drastic budget cuts and, in some instances, tuition increases. A number of schools across the Commonwealth have been forced to cut programs or staff in direct response to cuts made to the budget for Kentucky's higher education system. Even community colleges within the public KCTCS system have increased their tuition in response to these budget cuts. On average, tuition in Kentucky's public colleges and universities has gone up 3.9% in the 2018 academic cycle alone. Now, struggles with budgets and declining enrollments haven't affected University of the Cumberlands as they've affected many public institutions. In fact, according to a recent release, the university has actually added programs for the upcoming academic year, and enrollment, especially in online programs, continues to grow, partially due to stabilized tuition. Tuition for private colleges in Kentucky averages $27,400 a year. Cumberland's annual tuition is nearly $5,000 less than average. Only 4 of the 18 private colleges in Kentucky offer a tuition rate lower than the Cumberlands. And here's Ernie Myers, the Executive Vice President for the Glasgow-Barron County Chamber of Commerce.
Well, folks, let me tell you what we got going this morning at the Glasgow-Barron County Chamber of Commerce. Another ribbon cutting. We are going to cut the ribbon for Sheila Perkins' office of Edward Jones. Edward D. Jones is, Sheila's moving that office over to the strip center, which is right next door to Walgreens. She's going to be right in between auto truck financing and the nail shop. So come out 10 o'clock this morning, cut the ribbon, and help Sheila celebrate her new move to her new digs. So that's what's going on with the Glasgow-Barron County Chamber of Commerce, where we're working together, building a better community.
It's 6:15 a.m. on this Wednesday morning, 76 degrees.
Glasgow Prescription Center is the culmination of my husband's professional career. When he took over GPC, he didn't want to be just good. He'd already done that. He wanted to be great. And I think his patients would agree that he's done just that. Could he get by with a smaller staff? Sure. The gift shop, the flower shop, delivery people, a brand new facility, none of those things are required to have a pharmacy, but that's why it's not just a good pharmacy, it's a great one. I'm really excited to see what Robert is going to do next because I know he's going to put his heart into it.
Be the future face of Pettigo Lessenberry through
Lisa Chapman. Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell says Republicans support legislation that would keep immigrant families together. There's a growing outcry over the forced separation of migrant children and their parents at the southern border. At the Capitol yesterday, McConnell said he hopes to get support from Democrats for a quick fix. A woman charged with complicity to murdering her mother says the incident was all in self-defense. Sherry Rose of London was reported missing June 12th. Early Tuesday, police arrested Rose's daughter and son-in-law, Christy and Joseph McFadden, after the two allegedly admitted to stabbing Rose to death in an argument. While in jail, Christy McFadden told WKYT that her mother attacked her and accidentally stabbed herself when Joseph McFadden tried to break up the fight.
Joseph said he didn't want me to see anything. He said that he would try to take care of it.
Two others are facing charges after allegedly helping dispose the body. All four suspects will face a judge today. NASCAR driver Joey Logano traded his race car for a backhoe during a visit to Louisville.
Joey Logano uses a backhoe to break ground on a new activity center at a park in Louisville's West End. It's part of the off-track work he does for his Logano Foundation.
You know, NASCAR has given me an amazing platform to reach out and really make a difference in people's lives, and also to inspire others to live a life of generosity. And this is a great example today of how we can do that.
Logano, who drives the number 22 car, will race at Kentucky Speedway in next month's Quaker State 400. I'm Paul Miles.
Kentucky State Police have identified a man found dead at an Owingsville park. The body of Louis D. Clark was found by the furnace in Bath County Park. The investigation is ongoing. I'm Jaleesa Chapman.
This is the Kentucky News Network.
Fun summer vibes at the Kentucky State Fair, August 16th through the 26th. Hear all your favorite tunes at the Texas Roadhouse Concert Series in the new Bluegrass Village. 11 nights, 26 bands, all free. And that's just the beginning. The Kentucky State Fair has thrilling rides, mouth-watering food, the World's Championship Horse Show, and much more. For tickets and info, visit kystatefair.org today. The Kentucky State Fair, presented by Rallies.
Bring back those summer vibes.
Scammers never rest. They even target students.
Hi, I'm Rihanna Smith-Hamblin with the BBB. A local consumer received a call saying he was eligible for a free student loan. He was told he had to pay an upfront fee to get it. Don't fall for this scam.
They even pose as police.
Did you receive an email for a parking or speeding ticket? It looks legit, but this email takes you to a fake website that fishes for your personal information. For more tips, go to bbb.org.
If anything sounds too good to be true, check with the BBB at bbb.org.
South Central Kentucky Monuments in Glasgow wants you to know that if you've recently lost a loved one or if you're thinking about a pre-need monument, they're here to make the process as stress-free as possible. With plenty of examples and a multitude of custom options, South Central Kentucky Monuments has the ability to offer you exactly what you want or help steer you in the right direction based on your preferences. Let my friends David, Jerry, and Adam Jesse provide the service and craftsmanship you deserve. To learn more, visit southcentralkymonuments.com.
20 minutes after 6 o'clock at WCLU, 76 degrees. We're hoping for a little bit of a cool down as the weather progresses here over the next 36 hours. We'll check in with Ray Stajic here in a couple of minutes and get all of that explained. In area funeral announcements this hour, Willie Maysell Rich Poindexter, age 94, of Albany, died Monday at Cumberland Valley Manor in Burkesville. He is survived by his daughter, Fran Hay of Albany, daughter-in-law Josie Poindexter of Glasgow, brother-in-law Cecil Poindexter of Salina. 2 grandchildren and 5 great-grandchildren also survive. Services for Willie Maysell Rich Poindexter will be held at 11 o'clock Thursday at the Norris New Funeral Home. Burials to be in the Ashlock Cemetery. Visitation begins after 5 p.m. tonight. Elbert Fields, age 90, of Glasgow, died peacefully Monday at T.J. Sampson Community Hospital. Elbert was a member of the Prices Creek Baptist Church in Adair County. He retired from the Dollar General Corporation after 20 years, and he farmed the majority of his life. He was also a veteran serving in the U.S. Army. His favorite pastime was playing with and loving on his grandchildren and great-grandchildren. Elbert enjoyed life, and he loved to laugh and to tell stories of his life experiences and spending time fishing and hunting with family and friends. Survivors include his loving wife of 62 years, Doreen Bragg Fields, a daughter, Sheila Saltzman, a son, Darrell Fields, 4 grandchildren, Megan Fields Landrum, Rachel Fields, Derek and Nikki Saltzman Jolly, 4 great-grandchildren, Kennedy Saltzman, Dathan, Macy, and Bree Jolly. Services for Elbert Fields will be Friday at 2 at the A.F. Crow & Son Funeral Home. Burial will be in the Glasgow Municipal Cemetery. Military honors provided by DAV Chapter 20 of Glasgow. Visitation will begin at 2 p.m. Thursday afternoon. Muriel Temple Wilson, age 82, of Edmonton, died Monday. She was retired from Tops Manufacturing and a homemaker. She was a lifelong member of the Society Hill Missionary Baptist Church. She is survived by 5 children, Larry Wilson of Edmonton, Sharon Kingery of Summershade, Marty and Tony Wilson of Edmonton, and Graylin Wilson of Heisville. 2 sisters, Patsy Harper and Margie Reed, both of Edmonton. 11 grandchildren, Christy Anderson, Brandy Morgan, Chad Wilson, Amy Neal, Emily Manning, Anthony Wilson, Tanya French, Jonathan and Jordan Kingery, Lauren Bridgewater, and Morgan Hurt. 18 great-grandchildren, Adam, Elizabeth, and William Decker, Connor and Kelsey Anderson, Addison Morgan, Sophia and Lillian Wilson, Hannah, Jackson and Braxton Neal, Carly Manning, Jacob Wilson, Benjamin Beckham, Beatrice Kingery, Enoch and Emery Bridgewater. Brothers and sisters-in-law, Wayne and Janice Wilson, Delcy Jesse, Garin and Elsie Norris, Patricia Gaskin, Pat and Shelley Wilson, Lois Wilson, and Shirley Wilson. Services for Muriel Temple Wilson will be at 1 o'clock on Thursday afternoon at Butler Funeral Home. Burial to follow in the Wilson Cemetery. Visitation begins today at 3 p.m. Mary Landrum, age 93, of Glasgow, died Tuesday at Diversicare of Glasgow. Mrs. Landrum was a homemaker and a member of the Old Zion United Methodist Church. She is survived by 2 children, Barry Landrum and wife Faye of Glasgow, and Rosemary Sturdivant and husband Charles of Park City. 3 grandchildren, Chris Landrum, Beth Cunningham, and Amy Buss. 4 great-grandchildren, Matthew Poore, Trace Tripp, and Ty Cunningham. 2 sisters, Maxine Hawkins and Betty Esters, and a brother, Eugene Martin. Services for Mary Landrum will be Friday morning at 11 o'clock at the A.F. Crow & Son Funeral Home. Burial will follow in the Old Zion Cemetery. Visitation begins at 2 p.m. on Thursday afternoon. Funeral services for Lois Jean Lowe, age 68, of Brownsville, will be at 11 o'clock Thursday morning at the Patton Funeral Home's Brownsville Chapel. Interment to be in the Smiths Grove Cemetery. Visitation begins today at 1 p.m. Services for Thelma Marie Smith Miller, age 90, of Temple Hill, will be today at 2 o'clock at the A.F. Crow & Son Funeral Home. Burial to follow in the Poplar Log Cemetery. Services for Carol Willoughby, 74, of Scottsville, will be today at 2 o'clock at the Harwood and Strode Funeral Home, with burial to follow in the Crescent Hill Cemetery. Services for Russell Smith, age 61, of Bowling Green, will be today at 4 p.m. at the Hardy & Son Funeral Home's Bowling Green Chapel. Obituary information is available 24 hours a day free at WCLUradio.com. No login is necessary.
Who will be the future face of Pedigo Lessenberry? Through expert analysis, we've confirmed their potential. With intense training, we've prepared them for any occurrence. We've taken their strengths and made them stronger. Now it's time to see what they're made of. Presenting the future face of ISU Pedigo Lessenberry Insurance.
Hello, I'm Jared Pursley. And I'm Daniel Bird. And we're more than prepared to serve you here at ISU Pedigo Lessenberry Insurance.
Growing with a proud community since 1902.
Lessenberry Do-It Center is Glasgow's only locally owned hardware store, and that means a lot to me. Lessenberry's has been in business for over 100 years. I walk in the store, they know who I am, and I get the help that I need. For me, Lessenberry's is the easiest place for me to shop, simply because it's a local, family-owned business, and I feel comfortable when I'm there. And I'm glad there's still a place like that in Glasgow I can go to.
Hi, I'm Fred Parrish here at Parrish Carpet in Glasgow, Kentucky. My parents started this business over 50 years ago, so we know flooring here at Parrish Carpet. We have a large showroom and a big selection in stock. We do custom binding and we do free estimates. We've served a lot of people in the 50-plus years, and we'd like to thank each and every one of you. So if you have a flooring need, come see us at Parrish Carpet.
Growth begins with an idea. At the People's Bank, that idea is to give you the banking service you deserve. We carry out that idea in everything we do. In fact, it's become our motto, working for you. As that idea continues to grow, let us work for you at our new location, 1300 West Main Street, opening this summer. Let us be the place where your ideas begin, where you get the banking you deserve. Come grow with us. The People's Bank, working for you.
Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Are you looking for your dream home over?
Check out the deals at Gilliard Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram.
Save big on summer adventure during our Jeep Celebration event. How about saving up to $5,800 off the factory MSRP on a new 2018 Jeep Grand Cherokee? Or choose up to $4,000 off the new 2018 Jeep Renegade. Now you can save up to $3,750 off on the newly redesigned 2019 Jeep Cherokee.
If car shopping makes you nervous, come to the home of legendary service.
TJ Sampson, providing TLC, total local care 24/7. My husband and I were both admitted to TJ Sampson. They were so good to us, and we will always go back to TJ, your local health care provider. Total local care 24/7.
A check of the birthdays, and we always enjoy that, so much so that I have messed up here writing an anniversary in the wrong column. I'm going to fix that right now, and we're going to talk about birthdays and anniversaries today in behalf of Ralphie's Fun Center. So let me get the orchestration going here so that we can make this all official. Here's a gong. A 60 gong today. The big 6-0 gong for Carolyn Woodard. That's right, Carolyn Woodard is 60 today. We have a set of twins here on the birthday club today. Ava Russell and Clark Russell, twins. Ava and Clark are turning 4 today. Congratulations. It is Michelle Miller having a birthday today. Michelle, your dad called up to wish you a happy birthday, and we're glad to be passing that along in his behalf. We also have, Levy Agers. Levy Agers is having a birthday today. Tommy Catherine Foster. Miss Tommy Catherine Foster is 91 today. We had calls from folks saying, enjoy this 91, but we can't wait till you're 92 for another celebration. We have Judy Riley on the list today, Blondell Gibbons, Melissa Williams, Ron Harris, Adeline Howard is celebrating. June Gray has a birthday today as well. Anniversaries, Molly and Wesley Wilson, it's their 9th. And Jimmy and Joanne Regal with a wedding anniversary today, too. A big congratulations to each of you. 651-9149, 800-956-1023. Online, WCLUradio.com. A very big thank you to Ralphie's Fun Center for making birthdays fun, letting us share them each and every morning here on WCLU.
Why the name Fire Pit Spirits? Because your beverage of choice is meant to be enjoyed with good friends, celebrating life.
5 degrees at WCLU. I just realized I promised that Ray Stajic was going to talk about the weather, and I hadn't let him speak yet. So, Ray, your turn.
Clouds in, temperatures coming down over the next couple of days with the rain chances going up. Still near 90 degrees, though, today. A few clouds around on a sprinkle of rain this morning and some scattered showers and thunderstorms around, mainly second half of the day. Now, tonight we're going to see occasional rain showers come in, most likely after midnight, a rumble of thunder, and on a warm 70 degrees. The average low was 64. Now, tomorrow with rain in the morning and scattered showers and thunderstorms in the afternoon, we're only going to hit 79 degrees. So tomorrow is certainly a day where, if you're going to bring the rain gear this week, tomorrow's a day to do it. More scattered storms on Friday, highs in the middle 80s, but it looks like we'll dry out for Saturday. Nice start to the upcoming weekend. Cloud, sun, mid 80s. Scattered storms Sunday with highs in the middle 80s. I'm meteorologist Ray Stajic, the Weather Channel, WCLU, your home for local.
All right, thank you, Ray. So it sounds like we do have a little bit of potential to cool down a little bit. The constant coverage and studio radar screen showing some rain. The heaviest rain shower activity, let's see, right there to the east of Danville, looks like this morning. Continuing straight south into the, actually right there very near Somerset this morning as well. 75 degrees this morning. Angela?
Now you can hear me. For Joint City County Planning Commission. Let me get it together. Last night they met. I'm up here eating hot cheese and I got distracted.
Well, it sounds like hot cheese to me.
It's hot cheese. Well, it's like hot cheese wrapped in some kind of like meat-like product. But a couple things we got to talk about. Number one, we are giving away a free family pass to the city pool this Friday.
Okay.
And if folks are not aware of what these free passes are, it's a free pass. You and your family of 4. If you got like a family of 35, you may have to go to there and talk to Eddie a little bit. But free family pass all summer long. You can lay by the city pool, be one of the cool kids all summer long. And I had the privilege yesterday of meeting one of our new listeners, Mr. Montez Horn, who is tuned in right now. Want to definitely give him a shout out. One of the nicest guys, Henry, I've met in a long time. Funny guy, cracks me up. I just want to tell him thank you for listening. Marvelous guy, and I hope he has a absolutely marvelous week.
All right. Did you say the name yet?
Mr. Montez Horn.
Okay. All right. I just want to make sure you did that.
And I want to tell everybody I'm serious. The guy cracked me up. Super nice guy. Yeah. Brand new listener. Thanks for tuning in. Hey, maybe he'll win the free pass to the city pool Friday.
Well, we'll just have to wait and see about that.
And if he doesn't want it, I'll take it.
Well, if he doesn't win that, maybe he might win a T-shirt.
There we go.
Moo! Moo! Moo!
That's terrible.
We get the full effect of the cow on there. I'm gonna take this. I'm gonna take the second caller right now. The seventh caller, 651-9149 or 800-956-1023.
You got to move for it.
I think that cow might have eaten some hot cheese too.
I got to get over this.
All right. Okay, caller 7. We will wait to hear from you right here, and I'll just count it down because we're sitting right here. That's number 2. Let's keep on counting. Get my fingers to flick in the right direction. WCLU, try again, please. WCLU, try again, please. WCLU, try again, please. WCLU, try again, please. Let's see. Let me get the right here. I believe this is the seventh time I picked up the phone right now. And who is this speaking?
This is Billy.
Billy?
Billy Wright.
Oh, Billy Wright.
Yep.
You're the luckiest guy I know.
Well, maybe.
Yeah. Well, anyway, Billy, it was fair and square. I picked it up 7 times, and guess who was there?
Billy.
What size you wear, Billy?
Oh, I guess a medium.
Medium. Okay. Let me get this down right here. All right, Billy? And they're really nice T-shirts, too, I got to tell you.
Yeah, I've seen one of them.
Yeah, well, you'll have to see it with you wearing it, okay?
Okay.
All right, Billy. Thanks a lot.
Yes, sir.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Billy Wright, he jumped into the call of the Hot Cheese Cow. And he's won a dairy T-shirt here. You never know when we just might turn around and let the cow moo again.
Have you heard what the special...
Why the name Fire Pit Spirits? Because your beverage of choice is meant to be enjoyed with good friends, celebrating life, happiness, or just the end of a hard week of work. And, as always, it's meant to be consumed responsibly. So, whatever you're celebrating, gather round your fire pit, because good times are made with the ones you choose to keep in your circle. Fire Pit Spirits. Best selection, best service, best friends.
The university scientists have long hypothesized, where does the magic man get his magic? The phenomenon that is the magic man is considered one of the great wonders of science. Truth be told, there is no science greater than magic. And that's why the mystery remains.
Hi, I'm Eddie Bruner, and yes, technically I am the magic man, but there's no magic to it. It's honesty, knowledge, and paying the best prices I can pay.
Glasgow Prescription Center is the culmination of my husband's professional career. When he took over GPC, he didn't want to be just good. He'd already done that. He wanted to be great. And I think his patients would agree that he's done just that. Could he get by with a smaller staff? Sure. The gift shop, the flower shop, delivery people, a brand new facility, none of those things are required to have a pharmacy, but that's why it's not just a good pharmacy, it's a great one. I'm really excited to see what Robert is going to do next because I know he's going to put his heart into it.
Of the day is, this is by a special request, a very nice person of the day request. Today it is Tiffany Woodard Day on the radio.
I know Tiffany.
Well, let me tell you what it says right here.
Let's hear it.
This is a nomination for Tiffany Woodard to be good as gold today, and the reason for the nomination is as follows. Tiffany is the sunshine at the medical center at Caverna. She is always smiling, and she never meets a stranger.
True.
She celebrates her birthday the whole month of June.
Yeah, I like her way of thinking.
So, in other words, we had time to get this going, and today would be an excellent time for you to go by and pat Tiffany Woodard on the back and let her know she's good as gold. It must be quite the gal with so many nice things being said about her. So you be sure and let her know so from WCLU and a little taste of Texas. Now we'll go from...
Aaron turned my camera off.
He did?
I'm trying to pull my hair back up, and the one time I do that, Aaron's like, let me put the camera on.
What do you mean pull it back up? It was down?
It says hot cheese, Henry.
Okay. Hot anything. All right.
Hot cheese and hot coffee.
75 degrees. The archives are on the air.
And I'm barely here, too.
Making memories. 100 years worth of stuff. We're going, and we're going to do so on behalf of Joseph A. Wade, Industrial Hardware Services. A lot of interesting things in our past to share today, so hang with us.
One of the realities of old man winter is things need repairing. But when spring comes, don't be in a rush to get your agricultural or industrial equipment back up and running. Call Joseph A. Wade Industrial Hardware Services today and get those repairs done before spring. And even if you have a smaller operation or you just need some odds and ends for your home repairs, Joseph A. Wade is here to meet those needs as well. Joseph A. Wade is located on Industrial Drive in Glasgow, family owned and operated since 1985, a Wright Tool distributor.
All right, from the archives, 100 years ago, starting on the 18th day, the year of 1918. This is on the 20th day of June in 1918. This story appeared in the Glasgow Times. Rogers Dickinson and Woods Richardson, who enrolled with the Farming Boys Reserve, are now engaged in farm work, in the former being on W.H. Barlow's farm and the latter working on Jewel Berry's farm near South Fork. Now, I'm reading between the lines right here, but these two youngsters, Rogers Dickinson and Woods Richardson, became Farming Boys Reserve, I'm presuming because some of the farmers, or many of the farmers, were overseas in World War I.
I like the name Woods.
And so that's just a good name. And so I guess what I'm trying to say is that why not let these boys do some work while the others are overseas?
Yeah, they want to.
Learn how to work that way.
Yes. And farming work, I mean, everybody's got to eat.
That's right. 1928, this was in the Republican. It's a little police news right here.
Police news.
Follow this news. Officers Matthews, Walkup, and Doyle arrested L. Kingery and Toll Britt last week.
For what?
On liquor charges.
See, they are so hard on entrepreneurs.
And both were convicted. Now, Kingery had 12 pints and 14 half pints and was evidently doing a land office business.
Selling cough syrup.
Hey, in other words, we won't deliver it to you. You just come and get it. And for this, he drew 60 days and $200. 60 days and $200 in 2 cases, and has 2 others hanging over him.
That's like 5 days a pint.
Mr. Britt drew 30 days and $100, and both men are now boarding at the Woodcock Hotel, which I'm presuming was the last name of the jailer in 1928.
They got some smart mouth people back there.
That's right.
Goodness.
This is the Republican always has a tremendous, how do I say this? A really tremendous, kind of a fun way to read the newspaper.
Yeah, that'd be like me saying, so and so was lodged in the Bellamy Inn.
Well, yeah, that's right. That's what we're saying here. But
or the Bergenson Bed and Breakfast.
Well, and actually, this.
Come on now.
Someday we need to get Philip Rutledge on here as a special guest, because this is his family, his granddaddy and great granddaddy.
Were the entrepreneurs?
No, the people that wrote the newspaper. The Joneses.
Keeping up with the Joneses.
And it would be fun because what a great group of journalists that was. It made it enjoyable to read the paper.
Okay, I'll start using the Bergenson Bed and Breakfast.
That's right. 1938, the wedding of Miss Susie Nunn, the daughter of Mr. and Mrs. J.D. Nunn of Center.
Right.
And Mr. Gil H. Harbison, the son of Mr. and Mrs. F.A. Harbison of Summershade, took place Saturday, June the 18th, at the home of Elder Allen Fye, the Church of Christ minister. Didn't we have Elder Fye perform a ceremony a couple of days ago? Anyway, that was in 1938. Miss Edna Wood Scott and Mr. Thurman Nunn were the attendants. So we got all the important players in here.
Right.
The bride and the groom and the parents of the couple to get married, along with the elder and the attendants.
There you go.
Those are the facts. 1938. All right, 1948. This would have been a fabulously fun trip. 1948, 4 Barron Countyans were in Philadelphia this week for the historic Republican Convention, which nominated Governor Thomas E. Dewey of New York as the Republican standard bearer for the approaching presidential campaign. Let me read that again.
Okay.
Governor Thomas E. Dewey of New York was nominated as the Republican standard bearer for the approaching presidential campaign. Now, those included Dr. and Mrs. Paul S. York, Ed S. Pettigo, and Dr. Darrell P. Harvey. Mr. Pettigo appears to be one who sizes up the situation pretty quick, as he reported, quote, It Looks Like Dewey All the Way in 48.
There you go.
That was printed in the, let me see which publication this was. This was the Republican here in 1948. Of course, that news story became a lot more famous.
Right.
When he reported "It Looks Like Dewey," everybody reported that, including the Chicago Tribune.
Really?
On election night. But then again, they actually printed the headline that Dewey beats Truman.
Really?
But it was wrong. There's a lot of history there. But so this particular newspaper here in Glasgow reported it first. It looks like Dewey all the way in 48. Lots of discussion material there.
Should have looked again.
That's right. All right, this is neat. This day in 1958, this was in the Glasgow Republican in 1958. Miss Lottie Fletcher, the daughter of Mr. and Mrs. Walter Fletcher, and Mr. Townsend Calvert, the son of Mrs. Harlan Calvert, and the late Mr. Calvert, were united in marriage in a double ring ceremony Sunday.
They weren't solemnized?
No, they were just united at the First Christian Church in North Pleasureville, Kentucky, with the Reverend Joe William Aspley, brother-in-law of the bride, officiating.
I want to go to Pleasureville.
After the honeymoon, the couple will be at home at 504 North Race Street. Now, of course, this is Townsend and Lottie Calvert. This wedding in 1958. For those of you who know the families, it was this past weekend in Nashville that Miss Lottie and Mr. Townsend's granddaughter got married.
Really?
That's right. So there's a little deja vu there, so to speak. Pretty interesting.
Deja vu. Say it again.
Deja vu all over again. That's interesting, though, to have that so close to the grandparents' wedding day.
Right.
1958, that was. 1968 from Arnett Grove.
Okay.
The news of Mr. and Mrs. Roscoe Saltzman recently sold their farm here, and they are planning to build a new home soon. Mr. and Mrs. Philip Cox are building a new home on his farm near Lecta.
Well.
Mrs. Carol Coffey was a hostess to a Tupperware party recently. Interesting little, I mean, if you're going to do the news, might as well do all the news, and that seems all-inclusive to me. Selling a house, building a house, and a Tupperware party.
Right.
All the news that's fit to print, as they say, in 1968 out at Arnett Grove. This day in 1978, Pam Rousey of Barron County was elected the vice president of the Kentucky State 4-H Club. That's a big honor.
For sure.
For Miss Pam Rousey there in 1978. 1988, here's what we have. Actually, we have it upside down. This is the information that Barron and Metcalfe counties are released for emergency grazing, according to Jeff Houchins, who is the county executive director of the ASCS, due to the severe drought. So you see, a couple of days before this, we had in the archives about the below normal rainfall, between 6 and 8 inches below normal. So a few days later, the ASCS office jumped on board and says, hey, we can let your livestock graze in places that are not allowed to graze because of the emergency. And it just rose to the occasion there in 1988. Is that all right?
Sounds good to me.
And also this day in 1998, Deborah Sprout was named the outreach coordinator for the Glasgow Barron County Big Sister program.
Well.
And 10 years ago, this was the announcement that it was coming up to. 10 years ago, the class of 1958 at Caverna held their 50th reunion this past weekend. 50 years as a graduated colonel.
Go Colonels.
1958. It's in the archives.
It is.
So you see, we have a hodgepodge of things today.
A plethora.
As the way that always works out that way in the archives here, you know, we got some folks going to get Thomas Dewey into the race.
Right.
All the way to, I don't know, interesting things here in the archives.
Plethora of things.
Every day it is. You know, these young the Farm Boys Reserve.
I still think they were too hard on cough medicines.
Cough medicine, yeah. Well, these characters here, Mr. Kingery and
they were entrepreneurs.
Mr. Kingery and Mr. Britt, and anyway, they got they're We can get an interview with him down at the Woodcock Hotel.
There you go. Yeah. The Bellamy Bed and Breakfast.
That's exactly right. We'll do more tomorrow, and thanks so much to the archive sponsors. We're talking about Joseph A. Wade, Industrial Hardware Services.
Who will be the future face of Pedigo Lessenberry? Through expert analysis, we've confirmed their potential. With intense training, we've prepared them for any occurrence. We've taken their strengths and made them stronger. Now it's time to see what they're made of. Presenting the future face of ISU Pedigo Lessenberry Insurance.
Hello, I'm Jared Pursley.
And I'm Daniel Bird.
And we're more than prepared to serve you here at ISU Pedigo Lessenberry Insurance.
Growing with a proud community since 1902.
Lessenberry Do-It Center is Glasgow's only locally owned hardware store, and that means a lot to me. Lessenberry's has been in business for over 100 years. I walk in the store, they know who I am, and I get the help that I need. For me, Lessenberry's is the easiest place for me to shop, simply because it's a local family-owned business, and I feel comfortable when I'm there. And I'm glad there's still a place like that in Glasgow I can go to.
Hi, I'm Fred Parrish here at Parrish Carpet in Glasgow, Kentucky. My parents started this business over 50 years ago, so we know flooring here at Parrish Carpet. We have a large showroom and a big selection in stock. We do custom binding and we do free estimates. We've served a lot of people in the 50+ years, and we'd like to thank each and every one of you. So if you have a flooring need, come see us at Parrish Carpet.
Growth begins with an idea. At the People's Bank, that idea is to give you the banking service you deserve. We carry out that idea in everything we do. In fact, it's become our motto, working for you. As that idea continues to grow, let us work for you at our new location, 1300 West Main Street, opening this summer. Let us be the place where your ideas begin, where you get the banking you deserve. Come grow with us. The People's Bank, working for you.
Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
It's being Wednesday, let me tell you about some church announcements here, like the Glasgow First Assembly of God's Vacation Bible School is going on now through Friday, 5:30 until 8 p.m. This is at the South Green Street location there of the Glasgow First Assembly of God. Hopewell Missionary Baptist Church Vacation Bible School is going on through tomorrow night, 5:45 until 8 p.m. each night. The theme is God Squad. Somebody need a ride? Call this number, 651-8540. Also, we have Vacation Bible School at Peters Creek Missionary Baptist Church down in Lucas. Going on through Friday, June the 22nd from 6 until 8 p.m. each night. Now, this coming Friday night is family night. Classes available from nursery to adult. Brother Jamie Thompson, the pastor. Temple Hill Baptist Church Game On Vacation Bible School is going on through this Friday, or actually through Friday, June the 22nd, which is this Friday, from 6 p.m. until 8:10 p.m. nightly. There's a meal and local transportation offered. And also, Horse Cave Church of Christ Vacation Bible School Noah's Ark Adventure is tonight through Friday, 6:30 until 8, and Saturday, June 23rd, from 10 a.m. until 12 noon, with a picnic to follow. Lots of effort has gone into providing these vacation Bible schools, and glad to know we have so many available around here.
Weather from the WCLU Weather Center. Brought to you by South Central Bank.
South Central Bank is a locally owned bank that cares about you and our community, too.
My name's Roger Mercer. My wife and I, Terry, own Southern Kentucky Collision here in Glasgow. It's a collision repair center. We've been dealing with South Central Bank for probably 23, 24 years. They've always been good to us, our hometown bank. South Central Bank has been a really big part of our business as far as the growth. They've been there for us when we needed to borrow money to grow, and we appreciate that very much from South Central Bank.
South Central Bank, small enough to know you, big enough to help. Member FDIC.
Few clouds around on a sprinkle of rain this morning and some scattered showers and thunderstorms around. Still near 90 degrees, though, today. Now, tonight we're going to see occasional rain showers come in, most likely after midnight, a rumble of thunder and a warm 70 degrees. Now, tomorrow with rain in the morning and scattered showers and thunderstorms in the afternoon, we're only going to hit 79 degrees. More scattered storms on Friday, highs in the middle 80s, but it looks like we'll dry out for Saturday. Nice start to the upcoming weekend. Cloud, sun, mid 80s. Scattered storms Sunday with highs in the middle 80s. I'm meteorologist Ray Staging, the Weather Channel, WCLU, your home for local.
Thank you, Ray. Looks like we have the elements here to, well, actually, I'm looking at the constant coverage of studio radar screen. The rain in southeast Kentucky is not moving very far. It's not growing in intensity, but some folks up there around Danville, over into around Nicholasville, those areas are getting some pretty good little shower activity this morning, and I'm sure that, like we would, they'll take it. Let's see, the barometer's down at 29.96 this morning. Southwest winds at 3 miles an hour, 84% humidity, and we are hanging in there at 75 degrees at WCLU this morning. Weather brought to you by South Central Bank.
If you're thinking about remodeling your home, keep in mind that
check out the deals at Gillihy Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram. Save big on summer adventure during our Jeep Celebration event. How about saving up to $5,800 off the factory MSRP on a new 2018 Jeep Grand Cherokee? Or choose up to $4,000 off the new 2018 Jeep Renegade. Now you can save up to $3,750 off on the newly redesigned 2019 Jeep Cherokee. If car shopping makes you nervous, come to the home of legendary service.
It looks like the American Red Cross and ServPro are teaming up with the Glasgow Police and Fire Departments to sponsor the 5th annual Guns and Hoses Blood Drive Friday at First United Methodist Church Family Life Center. It'll be from 10 a.m. until 3 p.m. The first 50 people to donate will receive a free T-shirt. ServPro will be providing hamburgers, hot dogs, snacks, and a giveaway from a drawing. And be sure to vote for either the guns or the hoses. That's a tough choice. You can register online at www.redcrossblood.org.
If we're truly devoted to
TJ Sampson, providing TLC, Total Local Care, 24/7. My husband and I were both admitted to TJ Sampson. They were so good to us, and we will always go back to TJ, your local health care provider. Total Local Care, 24/7.
Why the name Fire Pit Spirits? Because your beverage of choice is meant to be enjoyed with good friends, celebrating life, happiness, or just the end of a hard week of work. And, as always, it's meant to be consumed responsibly. So, whatever you're celebrating, gather around your fire pit, because good times are made with the ones you choose to keep in your circle. Fire Pit Spirits. Best selection, best service, best friends.
The university scientists have long hypothesized, where does the magic man get his magic? The phenomenon that is the magic man is considered one of the great wonders of science. Truth be told, there is no science greater than magic. And that's why the mystery remains.
Hi, I'm Eddie Bruner, and yes, technically I am the magic man, but there's no magic to it. It's honesty, knowledge, and paying the best prices I can pay.
Glasgow Prescription Center is the culmination of my husband's professional career. When he took over GPC, he didn't want to be just good, he'd already done that. He wanted to be great. And I think his patients would agree that he's done just that. Could he get by with a smaller staff? Sure. The gift shop, the flower shop, delivery people, a brand new facility, none of those things are required to have a pharmacy, but that's why it's not just a good pharmacy, it's a great one. I'm really excited to see what Robert is going to do next because I know he's going to put his heart into it.
West Main Street in Glasgow. Take advantage of our experience to help you prepare for retirement, plan for education expenses, or work towards your financial goals. Edward Jones, Making Sense of Investing, member SIPC.
And that ribbon cutting for Sheila's new location is going to be today at 10 o'clock. You'll hear Ernie Myers on the news again talking about that here at the top of the hour. So congratulations. 75 degrees. Long John Silver says, come on out for dinner. You might win a dinner of fish and more at Long John's today, just for chiming in, being smart, and getting the question right.
Welcome to Long John Silver's, home of our new $5 Real Deal box. Dive into our wild-caught, 100% Alaskan whitefish, natural-cut fries, hush puppies, dessert, and a drink.
Long John Silver's is putting burgers on notice with our hand-battered and fried to perfection Alaskan whitefish sandwich, fries, Cinepuffs, and a drink for just $5.
It's our $5 Real Deal box, because at Long John Silver's, you deserve more.
The $5 real meal deal is the real deal. Long John's, Glasgow and Cave City. Can't beat that. The whole meal, drink and dessert, and the entree, $5. Long John Silver's. Here we go with the question for today. 651-9149 or 800-956-1023. The topic today is weird laws. Weird laws. In the state of Hawaii, it is illegal to put something in your ear. What is it? What object is illegal to put in your ear in Hawaii? 651-9149. 800-956-1023. What do you think? Trivia.
A banana?
Not a banana. Trivia.
Bugs.
Not a bug. What is it that's illegal to put in your ear in Hawaii for some reason? Trivia.
Q-tip.
Not a Q-tip. I hope that's not illegal. Anywhere. Trivia.
A lay?
Who is it?
A lay.
No, not a lay. Can't put a lay in your ear. However, it could take a while if you wanted to try. Trivia.
Finger?
Not a finger. What is it that's in the category of weird laws? What is it illegal to put in your ear in Hawaii? Trivia.
Coins.
That's it. Who is it speaking?
Terry Jackson.
What are you doing, Terry?
Well, just enjoying the morning right now.
Now, have you been to Hawaii? I think you have, hadn't you?
No, that's my brother, Tommy.
Okay, all right. Well, anyway, it's some of those Jackson folks have been there.
Uh-huh.
And I don't guess maybe he wasn't, and probably didn't have to correct him to not put a coin in his ear, right?
Well, surely he'd know better.
That's right. Well, for whatever reason, I don't know, I was trying to read why this law was even necessary, but they just put it's on the books. You get caught with a coin in your ear, a penny or any other coin in your ear, you are flat breaking the law, Terry.
I see a lot of people with coins maybe hanging from their ear, but not in the ear.
Well, I mean, maybe they're trying to abide by the law in Hawaii.
It would take a small coin, I think.
Well, that's right. And, I don't know, I guess, what would your excuse be for putting a coin in your ear, Terry?
I'm not read up on that. I don't know.
Well, maybe was it maybe too much noise or nowhere to carry it, or I don't know. Nonetheless, maybe we can find out. Maybe somebody out there who's really smart in Hawaiian history can figure out why they made that against the law.
I'm sure someone knows.
Yeah, that's right. And that way people can be dared to do it and see if they can get away with it. All right, Terry, come on by. We'll send you out to Long John's for an ear full of fish and more, all right?
Sure appreciate it, and have a good day.
You too. Bye-bye.
All right, bye.
Terry Jackson, that's right. It's what you do is you put a coin in your ear. You are breaking the law in Hawaii for whatever reason. So, we'll play tomorrow. You never know what sort of a strange path will go down then. Thanks to Long John's A&W for making this something that everybody looks forward to, that I certainly do, and hopefully we can reconvene tomorrow.
CBS.
Who?
are being separated from their parents and housed in 3 tender-age shelters in South Texas. The Associated Press says the administration has leased space to set up a 4th in Houston. Mayor Sylvester Turner.
There comes a time when Americans, when Houstonians, when Texans have to say to those higher than ourselves, this is wrong. This is just wrong.
President Trump has met with Republicans in the House considering rival immigration reform bills. He's told them he is 100% behind both of them. Florida Republican Carlos Curbelo.
Judging from how this went, I have some optimism that this could actually get done. It will be difficult. This is an uphill battle still because, again, immigration is an issue that scares a lot of people.
CBS News Update. I'm Deborah Rodriguez.
This is WCLU Glasgow, WCLU FM Unfordville, W253BN Glasgow. Services of Royce Radio Incorporated.
It's spring sale time at Bailey Gibson, and Dad's got the prices you're looking for. New incentives are being offered on many GMCs and Buicks on the lot. We hope you're looking for a new car or truck, because we're looking for good trade-ins. Bring your used car or truck to Bailey Gibson, and we'll offer you a better deal than you can get anywhere around. Stop by and check out our spring savings event now underway at Bailey Gibson in Glasgow. Lola, what do you say?
We're having a springtime sale at Bailey Gibson. Give my dandy a call on his flip phone for a great deal.
For many years, residents of Glasgow got used to their friendly postman, Rollin Dixon.
I delivered all over town. I was the swing man. I delivered 5 different routes.
A kind word and a smile were his trademark. But there's a little-known fact about his smile.
My teeth have always been bad.
Rollin wanted his teeth fixed. He researched dental implants, and he got Dr. Jim Thurman to get the job done.
I got my first one in 2014. I have 5.
5 implants?
When I got one tooth fixed and got my cap on it and everything, then it wouldn't be 2 months till another one would go out. I'd break off.
What really was Rollin's incentive?
It's hard to eat when you can't chew food. I love steak if it's a good tender steak. But now if it's a tough steak, it makes my teeth sore. I do better with these.
Dr. Jim Thurman and his staff explained the entire process and made it enjoyable.
I always look forward to going out there and joking around with them. We always had a big time whenever I went. And, of course, he was right in the middle of it usually.
And that's right where he loves to be. Call 651-5939 and get started. Dr. Jim Thurman and Dr. Amy Cassidy.
Summer's officially here and the temperatures are up, but so are the CD rates on the Summer CD Special at the People's Bank. Going on now through June 30th, 2018, you can lock in a 24-month certificate of deposit with just a $500 minimum opening at the smoking hot summer rate of 2.32 annual percentage yield. Summer ends fast, and so is this limited time offer, so stop in at 605C Happy Valley Road at the People's Bank, working for you. Valid June 1st to June 30th, 2018. Substantial penalty for early withdrawal. Not valid with any other promotional rate. CD offer. No special add-on rates applied. Limited time offer. Rate subject to change. New deposits only. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
.75 degrees, WCLU at 7:07. We're going to have a nice day today here in South Central Kentucky because it might be the last day of sweltering heat for a week or so, which we could use a wee bit of a break. But nonetheless, it looks like that's the way it's going to be today. We'll check in with Ray Stajic in just a couple of minutes. Our top story at 7 o'clock today, a very special day yesterday in the lives around here for veterans and their families. And I'm just going to introduce our special guest, Mike Wilson, who seems to throw his hat into the ring for a lot of different things around here, particularly with things like veterans issues. You are the commander of the local DAV unit. That is correct?
Yes, sir, Henry, yeah.
Okay, so we got Mike Wilson with us today. Mike is going to, first of all, talk about the special day that they had yesterday in opening up the service center. Tell everybody where it is and what it's going to be doing.
The Veterans Support and Assistance Office of South Central Kentucky is located at 315 South Green, the old Red Building.
Mm-hmm.
Our purpose is to provide support and assistance to honorably discharged veterans and their families, to do things to help them not only in the community but when they come out of the service. Now I say honorably discharged veterans. Sometimes veterans get a discharge that can be upgraded to honorable, and we will be working with those that qualify to get those discharges upgraded.
That's a great service right there, because certainly once you have given of your service, maybe there's a little bit more work to be done in that discharge, and you guys seem to be set up to take care of that.
Yes, we are. This has been about 2.5 years in the making. A lot of research, a lot of reading, and I've learned too, when you take on a project like this, it involves a lot of watching and listening, and to be set forth in such order that it benefits those that need it, not those that are doing it.
Yeah, and that's an amazing thing too. It looked to me like we had some pictures on our website yesterday of the crowd over there, and it was quite an impressive lot of folks who came over there to learn about it.
It was very well supported. We had County Judge Executive Michael Hale and Mayor Dick Doty. We had most of our board of directors that is in this program there. We had help from service officers of DAV chapters in Brownsville and Monticello here to help take care of the veterans and their needs. And the overall activity yesterday was just amazing.
Well, before yesterday, what would a veteran have to do in order to get some help with things that need to be done?
It would have involved going several different places. A lot of it trying to find what he needed to know out for himself. Maybe trips to Bowling Green, even phone calls to Frankfurt or Louisville or Nashville. There was just many different things he would have, or she would have had to done to get the answers to their questions, to know which directions to go, and how to even reestablish themselves in the community when they get discharged from the service.
Well, that's a lot of services right there that are often needed, and folks don't necessarily know where to go to get the information.
Well, that's right. And of course, this office itself is, some have said, well, it's part of the DAV. We don't want to take anything as I'm commander of the local DAV chapter.
Sure.
But it's an entity on its own, but we are going to work very closely with the DAV chapters, because their service officers are trained in a lot of the things we're doing. They've already been through the rigorous training, which is some of the most rigorous training for service officers that there is. And we want to work with them very close so that the veterans miss out on nothing.
Sure. And that's a great service, because it closes the gap. You don't spend all the time trying to figure out where to turn. Now, again, describe the location of this service center.
It's at 315 South Green, which is at the corner of South Green and College Street. We're in the old Red Building, across from Glasgow Insurance, across from Glasgow Baptist Church. Next door to
if you're old enough, that's where you went to the doctor's office, or Dr. Dickinson.
Well, I've had several veterans and others that come in there, and they took me right to the room where they got their shots.
Oh, okay. You kind of remember that one, don't you?
Yeah.
Well, if people have questions about this, about the kind of things that you all can help with, how do they start the process, Mike?
Well, they can stop by and visit with us. We're always open for volunteers, too. They can call our office, which our new number is 270-629-2213, or they can call me at my own number at 270-579-2525, and we'll be glad to walk them through what we're doing. And like I say, if they want to volunteer to help, we can show them what they can do to help, even if it's just an hour every now and then. That would be greatly appreciated.
I always observe that whatever you're involved in, Mike, you do it 110%, and I think this is going to be the same situation, because the need is there.
Yes, it is, and we're going to be open. Of course, this we're having to operate off of donated funds and things, and we are going to be seeking some corporate partnerships in this to get some of these programs going, because there's some of these programs that are very needed, but it's going to be time consuming. It's going to require a lot of travel to other counties, to Frankfurt and things, for us to get what we need done for this office and to keep it going. and we just can use all the help we can get.
Well, I appreciate you coming by over here to tell us about this, because it's something that folks are going to want to learn more about, and I think that initially it's going to be amazing how many folks you can help over there.
Well, our doors, we will try to be open as much as possible. If not, like I say, they can call. We'll set up an appointment. It don't matter. Even if it's after hours, we will come and meet with a veteran that has a need and try to help him and his family. And we'll be doing activities throughout the year that will involve the veterans and their families.
When I was preparing for Tidbit News this morning, Mike, I was looking at I look at a lot of news wires and stuff, and knowing you were going to be here today, Mike is a Navy man.
Yeah.
Retired the rank of?
I was a second-class petty officer when I left the Navy, which, as they used to tell us in there, a second class is halfway up and halfway down in the enlisted ranks, so I got everything going both ways.
Well, this story was on the news wires. It's a touching story that I saw this morning. A survivor of the attack on Pearl Harbor is saying what could be his final goodbyes at the site, where thousands of fellow sailors and Marines died nearly 77 years ago. Yesterday, Ray Emery visited the pier where his ship was moored on December the 7th of 1941. The 97-year-old has long lived in Hawaii, but his wife died a month ago, and so he's moving to Boise, Idaho, so he can live with his son. This may be his last visit to Pearl Harbor. More than 500 sailors stood side by side on ships and on a pier to greet Emery, who arrived on a golf cart. The sailors cheered him with shouts of "Hip, hip, hooray!" Emery saluted them. Emery is known for his relentless effort to get the military and the Department of Veterans Affairs to identify hundreds of Pearl Harbor servicemen who were buried as unknowns. That's a guy who's at 97 still trying to get it done.
Well, the heart of an old sailor is that we want to know what happened to all our shipmates.
Yeah. So, but that he was in Pearl Harbor when it was bombed. He married his sweetheart, and they lived in Hawaii until she had died, and now he's got to kind of come to the States and live with his family.
Well, we say God bless him and give him a hearty salute, because he has done a job well.
All right. Mike, thanks for stopping by. Anything else we left out?
Well, no, just we invite everyone to come by and look at what we're doing, talk to us, and help us to make sure our veterans in need and their families are taken care of.
Mike Wilson, commander of DAV Chapter 20, as well as other different things he wears his hat for, and we appreciate your efforts and those who are helping you, okay?
Thank you, Henry, and thank you for having us on
yes,
this one.
Yes, sir. 7:17 now and 75 degrees.
Shut that window!
Who will be the future face of Pedigo Lessenberry? Through expert analysis, we've confirmed their potential. With intense training, we've prepared them for any occurrence. We've taken their strengths and made them stronger. Now it's time to see what they're made of. Presenting the future face of ISU Pedigo Lessenberry Insurance.
Hello, I'm Jared Pursley.
And I'm Daniel Bird.
And we're more than prepared to serve you here at ISU Pedigo Lessenberry Insurance.
Growing with a proud community since 1902.
Lessenberry Do-It Center is Glasgow's only locally owned hardware store, and that means a lot to me. Lessenberry's has been in business for over 100 years. I walk in the store, they know who I am, and I get the help that I need. For me, Lessenberry's is the easiest place for me to shop, simply because it's a local family-owned business, and I feel comfortable when I'm there. And I'm glad there's still a place like that in Glasgow I can go to.
Hi, I'm Fred Parrish here at Parrish Carpet in Glasgow, Kentucky. My parents started this business over 50 years ago, so we know flooring here at Parrish Carpet. We have a large showroom and a big selection in stock. We do custom binding and we do free estimates. We've served a lot of people in the 50+ years, and we'd like to thank each and every one of you. So if you have a flooring need, come see us at Parrish Carpet.
Growth begins with an idea. At the People's Bank, that idea is to give you the banking service you deserve. We carry out that idea in everything we do. In fact, it's become our motto. working for you. As that idea continues to grow, let us work for you at our new location, 1300 West Main Street, opening this summer. Let us be the place where your ideas begin, where you get the banking you deserve. Come grow with us, the People's Bank, working for you.
Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
In more local news, a Cave City woman is in jail after turning herself in to the Barron County Sheriff's Office. 19-year-old Alyssa Branning turned herself into the Sheriff's Office yesterday morning. Deputy Alan Shirley made that arrest. Branning's charged with 4 counts of wanton endangerment. The charges stem from a shooting that occurred on Beech Tree Lane in Barron County this past Sunday. Now, the Sheriff's Office responded Sunday around noon to Beech Tree Lane after hearing that a gray passenger car had pulled in the driveway, fired multiple shots at an occupied vehicle, striking an 08 Chevy Impala that was parked in the driveway. 3 people were inside that vehicle at the time of the shooting, along with 1 man standing outside. Now, the Sheriff's Office learned the shooter was a 17-year-old male juvenile. Charges have been filed against that male juvenile for 4 counts of attempted murder, 1 count of criminal mischief. 19-year-old Branning, according to law enforcement, was driving that car. Again, she turned herself into the Sheriff's Office yesterday around 10:30 and was lodged in the Barron County Detention Center. While legally the Sheriff's Office cannot release the name of that juvenile, if anyone has any information regarding the shooting, please contact the Sheriff's Office at 651-2771. A recent session of the Barron County Grand Jury returned several indictments. 47-year-old Kelly Wayne Franklin of Glasgow was indicted on 3 counts of burglary, 2nd assault, 4th, and persistent felony offender. 27-year-old Michael Yanez of Glasgow was indicted on 3 counts, promoting contraband, tampering with physical evidence, and persistent felony offender. 57-year-old George Dane of Glasgow was indicted on 2 counts, wanton endangerment, endangering the welfare of a minor. 25-year-old Mercedes Jones of Glasgow was indicted on 6 counts, tampering with physical evidence, possession of synthetic drugs, drug paraphernalia, operating a motor vehicle while under the influence of a controlled substance, failure of license to be in possession, and failure to produce insurance card. 19-year-old Teresa Peck of Glasgow was indicted for 2 counts, forgery of a prescription and criminal possession of a forged prescription. 27-year-old Chelsea Murray of Glasgow was indicted on 3 counts, possession of marijuana, drug paraphernalia, and possession of a controlled substance. And 37-year-old Melissa Jewell of Glasgow was indicted on 2 counts, possession of a controlled substance and drug paraphernalia. Now remember, in indictments and accusation only, all individuals should be considered as innocent until and unless proven guilty in a court of law. The Barron County Fiscal Court had a full agenda yesterday morning as several items on that agenda were approved by the court. Travis Shirley was at the court meeting on behalf of T.J. Sampson Community Hospital. The court approved a partnership with T.J. as a way, according to Judge Executive Michael Hale, to reinvest back in their employees. The judge said the group is now considered to be older and unhealthy. The program would allow employees to get free blood tests that could help identify potential health risk. Shirley added it could also lead to a decrease in insurance premiums. Sheriff Ken King said one of the transport vans for the Sheriff's Office had quit and they need to replace it fairly quickly. Sheriff King noted the money was in his budget and the court unanimously approved the purchase of a new van. County Clerk Joanne London was approved to purchase several new voting machines to get ready for the November general election.
One JBC unit, which is the handicap accessible federal mandated machine, and 10 star poll booths that will help assist having like a desk when you go in to mark your ballot for the larger precincts. And this money is already in our budget, the elections budget, since we didn't have an election
back last year in November of 2017. The court also approved several bids for road department materials. Transportation Committee Chair Trent Riddle made the following recommendations.
Road oil is our recommendation that we accept the bid from Asphalt Materials out of Elizabethtown for those products. The second would be the making of the coal mix and the materials and the machine that is required to do that. We're recommending Hudson Materials out of Chattanooga, Tennessee. Third is Lessonberry's Center for the galvanized tile and the plastic tile. They are the only bidder, and their numbers seem to be in line with going rates, so that would be our recommendation as well. Third would be for the plant mix asphalt. Our only bidder on that was Scotty's Contracting. I think it was a little lower than last year's price, not much difference, but we feel like it's in line.
The court also went into closed session regarding proposed or pending litigation, but took no action upon return to open session. And good news for those folks attending University of the Cumberlands. They've announced their tuition will remain frozen again this year, marking the third consecutive year tuition rates have remained stable at the university. Now, that decision was made in despite of the trend of schools across the state to raise rates in response to a state budget and low enrollment figures. With WCLU Local News, I'm Angela Briggs. Right now it's 7:25 a.m., 75 degrees.
I was about to pull my own hair out. I've been driving around for the last hour trying to find a place for me and my kids to get our hair cut on a Saturday morning. I know, good luck, right? Well, don't pull your hair out. Stop in and see our friends down at Heritage 76 Barbershop today. Heritage 76 Barbershop is located right on the Glasgow Square, so it's not difficult to find, so there won't be any driving around looking for a place. You can go right next to the Plaza Theater. You'll see the barber pole right out front. You can stop in and see David, Anthony, and Cody, who have more than 50 years of combined barbershop experience. No problems if you want to stop in on a Saturday as well. They're open from 8 to 3, and you can make an appointment if you want to schedule your time, or you can just show up and walk in with the kids. Either way, you're going to lean back in a professional environment with a big screen TV and 3 barbers who can carry on a conversation and cut hair. Stop in and see Heritage 76 Barbershop, or visit our website, heritage76barbershop.com. Call for an appointment or stop in, but whatever you do, don't pull your hair out driving around on another Saturday. See Heritage 76 Barbershop.
From the Kentucky News Network, I'm Jaleesa Chapman. Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell says the immigration issue won't tar Republicans for the midterm elections.
The president says we need to act. The Democrats say we need to act, and we say we need to act. So when that happens, we act.
While speaking to reporters Tuesday, McConnell said fixing the problem would require bipartisan discussions. A Lowell County woman's daughter and son-in-law have been charged in her death. Christy McFadden is charged with complicity to commit murder, and her husband, Joseph McFadden, is charged with murder in the slaying of 58-year-old Sherry Rose. Christy McFadden said her mother attacked her and stabbed herself when her husband, Joseph, tried to break up the fight. Deputy Gilbert Asciato tells WKYT the couple admitted to cleaning the scene afterwards.
We found some bloody footprints around the door that looked like somebody had tried to clean them up but did not get all the blood up.
Christy McFadden said authorities are not being completely honest about the case. University of Kentucky makes changes in campus regulations dealing with sexual assault claims.
A hearing panel must be unanimous in determining that the policy has been violated. The finding can be appealed, but a finding of not responsible cannot be appealed. UK spokesman Jay Blanton tells WKYT,
the idea is to try to find a balance. We've got to provide due process for everybody, but we also want to be a community of belonging for everybody.
UK President Eli Capilouto says a preponderance of evidence will continue to be the standard used to determine whether the policy was violated. I'm Suzanne Duval.
And this is one top 10 list that Kentucky does not want to be on. The website noheatstroke.org says Kentucky is one of the 10 worst states in the country for the number of children who die in hot cars. The website says that 17 children in the state have died after being left or trapped inside hot cars between 1998 and 2017. I'm Jaleesa Chapman.
This is the Kentucky News Network.
Visit the Speed Art Museum's new exhibition, Picasso to Pollock. Opening June 16th, explores 72 rare masterworks from the early 20th century when artists shattered norms in reaction to an ever-changing world. Come see a show where art meets history and competing artists were looked upon as superheroes on exclusive loan from the Eskenazi Museum of Art at Indiana University. Get your tickets now at speedmuseum.org.
Fun summer vibes at the Kentucky State Fair, August 16th through the 26th. Hear all your favorite tunes at the Texas Roadhouse Concert Series in the new Bluegrass Village. 11 nights, 26 bands, all free. And that's just the beginning. The Kentucky State Fair has thrilling rides, mouth-watering food, the World's Championship Horse Show, and much more. For tickets and info, visit kystatefair.org today. The Kentucky State Fair, presented by Rallies.
Bring back those summer vibes.
Well, folks, let me tell you what we got going this morning at the Glasgow Barron County Chamber of Commerce. Another ribbon cutting. We are going to cut the ribbon for Sheila Perkins' office of Edward Jones. Edward D. Jones is, Sheila's moving that office over to the Strip Center, which is right next door to Walgreens. She's going to be right in between auto truck financing and the nail shop. So come out 10 o'clock this morning, cut the ribbon, and help Sheila celebrate her new move to her new digs. So that's what's going on with the Glasgow Barron County Chamber of Commerce, where we're working together, building a better community.
The following weather forecast is brought to you by Peggy Tuck Edwards and Private Caregiver and Referral Services. When roles reverse in your later years, when child becomes caretaker and the needs of the parent become most important, it's comforting to know that there's help along the way. Peggy Tuck Edwards would like for you to be informed about Private Caregiver and Referral Services, because sometimes our elders just need a little company and companionship. It's our duty to see that those needs are met, whether in the home or in an assisted living or nursing home facility. Peggy and her network of compassionate caregivers are ready to meet you and your loved one's needs. Call 270-670-7062, 270-670-7062, 270-670-7062.
Clouds in, temperatures coming down over the next couple of days with the rain chances going up. Still near 90 degrees though today. A few clouds around on a sprinkle of rain this morning and some scattered showers and thunderstorms around, mainly second half of the day. Now tonight we're going to see occasional rain showers come in, most likely after midnight, a rumble of thunder, and on a warm 70 degrees. The average low was 64. Now tomorrow with rain in the morning and scattered showers and thunderstorms in the afternoon, we're only going to hit 79 degrees, so tomorrow is certainly a day where, if you're going to bring the rain gear this week, tomorrow's a day to do it. More scattered storms on Friday, highs in the middle 80s, but it looks like we'll dry out for Saturday. Nice start to the upcoming weekend. Cloud, sun, mid-80s. Scattered storms Sunday with highs in the middle 80s. I'm meteorologist Ray Staging, the Weather Channel, WCLU, your home for local.
We're at 77 degrees this morning, which, we only dropped to 76 overnight, so we're not getting much traction there, it looks like. 77 at WCLU. This weather update brought to you by Peggy Tuck Edwards, personal caregiver and referral service. 7:31.
Check out the deals at Gilliard Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram.
Save big on summer adventure during our Jeep Celebration event. How about saving up to $5,800 off the factory MSRP on a new 2018 Jeep Grand Cherokee? Or choose up to $4,000 off the new 2018 Jeep Renegade. Now you can save up to $3,750 off on the newly redesigned 2019 Jeep Cherokee.
If car shopping makes you nervous, come to the home of legendary service.
TJ Sampson, providing TLC, Total Local Care, 24/7. My husband and I were both admitted to TJ Sampson. They were so good to us, and we will always go back to TJ, your local health care provider. Total Local Care, 24/7.
Why the name Fire Pit Spirits? Because your beverage of choice is meant to be enjoyed with good friends, celebrating life, happiness, or just the end of a hard week of work. And, as always, it's meant to be consumed responsibly. So, whatever you're celebrating, gather around your fire pit, because good times are made with the ones you choose to keep in your circle. Fire Pit Spirits. Best selection, best service, best friends.
The university scientists have long hypothesized, where does the magic man get his magic? The phenomenon that is the magic man is considered one of the great wonders of science. Truth be told, there is no science greater than magic. And that's why the mystery remains.
Hi, I'm Eddie Bruner, and yes, technically I am the magic man, but there's no magic to it. It's honesty, knowledge, and paying the best prices I can pay.
Glasgow Prescription Center is the culmination of my husband's professional career. When he took over GPC, he didn't want to be just good. He'd already done that. He wanted to be great. And I think his patients would agree that he's done just that. Could he get by with a smaller staff? Sure. The gift shop, the flower shop, delivery people, a brand new facility, none of those things are required to have a pharmacy, but that's why it's not just a good pharmacy, it's a great one. I'm really excited to see what Robert is going to do next because I know he's going to put his heart into it.
Guess who's having birthdays today? Let me tell you. We have Michelle Miller celebrating. Michelle's dad called up to wish her a happy birthday. We sounded the 60 gong earlier this morning for Carolyn Woodard. We have twins Ava Russell and Clark Russell. The twins are 4 today. It is Levy Agers having a birthday today. Well, I believe it was your daughter, Levy, that called up to wish you a happy birthday today. We're glad to chime in with that, too. It's the 91st birthday for Miss Tommy Catherine Foster. Tommy Catherine Foster is 91 today. Judy Riley with a birthday. Blondell Gibbons, Melissa Williams. It's Adeline Howard's birthday. June Gray celebrates as well. Couple anniversary couples. How about the 9th anniversary of Molly and Wesley Wilson? Number 9 for Molly and Wesley Wilson. And we have Jimmy and Joanne Regal. That's Jimmy and Joanne Regal with an anniversary. 651-9149-800-956-1023. Online here at WCLUradio.com. And while I'm at it, I want to remind you about a very special Good as Gold nomination requested, and here's the information. Today it is Tiffany Woodard Day on the radio. Yes, it is. Now, Tiffany was nominated to be Good as Gold, and under the category here of reason for nomination, it says, Tiffany is the sunshine at the medical center at Caverna. She is always smiling. She never meets a stranger. She celebrates her birthday the whole month of June. You can't beat that. So if you happen to see Miss Tiffany Woodard around today, you need to pat her on the back, too, and tell her she's good as gold. From WCLU and a little taste of Texas. 77 degrees.
This is Eddie Bruner. How good are you at making decisions? If you're going through your jewelry box and you find a broken piece of jewelry, you got a decision to make. You can bring it to me and I can repair it for you. Yes, I repair jewelry. Or the decision could be to put it to good use by turning it into cash. I buy gold and silver, including your no longer needed jewelry items. The clear decision is to let me help you. See me, Eddie Bruner, Glasgow Coin and Jewelry on the north side of the Glasgow Square. A clear-cut decision.
Who will be the future face of Pettigo Lessenberry? Through expert analysis, we've confirmed their potential. With intense training, we've prepared them for any occurrence. We've taken their strengths and made them stronger. Now it's time to see what they're made of. Presenting the future face of ISU Pettigo Lessenberry Insurance.
Hello, I'm Jared Pursley. And I'm Daniel Bird. And we're more than prepared to serve you here at ISU Pettigo Lessenberry Insurance. Growing with a proud community since 1902.
Lessenberry Do-It Center is Glasgow's only locally owned hardware store, and that means a lot to me. Lessenberry's has been in business for over 100 years. I walk in the store, they know who I am, and I get the help that I need. For me, Lessenberry's is the easiest place for me to shop, simply because it's a local family-owned business, and I feel comfortable when I'm there. And I'm glad there's still a place like that in Glasgow I can go to.
Hi, I'm Fred Parrish here at
Selection Best Friends.
Well, let's see here. We're at 7:38, 77 degrees this morning from WCLU as we roll out of the rack here and talk about some things coming up. Friday night, every Friday night at the Avenue Church on Columbia Avenue, and every Saturday night at the Bunch Center, there is the 7-Eleven Hoops and More. I think a lot of folks are enjoying this. This is during the months of June and July from 7 to 11 p.m. It's for 6th through 12th graders. Food will be served. Come out and enjoy basketball and other special events throughout the summer. That is 7-Eleven Hoops and More. And let's flip the page over here. We had Robbie Fudge by here yesterday. I want to be sure that we push the fact that the Glasgow Community Band concert is on the square on Thursday night at 7 p.m. Tomorrow night at 7 p.m. in front of City Hall. Now, there's going to be some chairs provided, but bring your own if you want a comfy chair that you sit in and are comfortable with, and maybe it's fit to you. Bring that chair, but the music will begin at 7 o'clock on Thursday night. Community Band does a good job, and as you heard Robbie, the rain's not even a factor because, hey, if it were to rain, they've already got it ready to move into the plaza. So just a small adjustment based on the weather, but nonetheless, it's going to be a good evening either way. The concert on the square. 7:39.
Are you looking for your dream home?
Parish Carpet in Glasgow, Kentucky. My parents started this business over 50 years ago, so we know flooring here at Parish Carpet. We have a large showroom and a big selection in stock. We do custom binding and we do free estimates. We've served a lot of people in the 50-plus years, and we'd like to thank each and every one of you. So if you have a flooring need, come see us at Parish Carpet.
Before 8 o'clock here at WCLU, I thought I saw a cow running around here somewhere. Our old pal, the cow. The cow, in all of that translation, is to be the seventh caller right now at 651-9149 or 800-956-1023. Caller 7's got a T-shirt, a June Dairy T-shirt.
I'm Roxanne Cloyd, also known as the noodle floating, calorie drowning, water weightlifting, woohoo yelling, board balancing H2O aerobics instructor. As you probably guessed, that means I'm the splashing H2O instructor, Aqua Emotion, and we have lots of fun. If you have aches and pains in your joints, my class at Extreme Health Club is where you need to be. It's soothing to your body, and it's important that you don't throw in the towel, you dry off with it after a fun splashing H2O class at Extreme Health Club. Everything is more fun when it's in the water. Call me now, classes fill up quickly, 651-3036.
Shut that window! We can't afford to heat the whole neighborhood. You ever said that to someone in your house? Smith Siding in Glasgow would love to show you how much heat the neighborhood gets even with your old leaky and efficient windows shut, and how much better their vinyl replacement windows insulate against outside cold air. Plus, they're easy to clean and bring new life to the appearance of your home. Randall and Shane Smith would love to talk to you about windows. In business for 44 years, we get it right. 651-1009. Nothing can take down a home like a debilitated, leaky roof. How can you find a roofing contractor who can analyze the problems and then come up with a quote that may be less expensive than you think? Smith Siding has a great reputation in Southern Kentucky. In fact, insurance companies depend on Smith Siding as a reliable contractor. You can too. Have Shane and Randall Smith look at your situation and start the process. In business for 44 years, we get it right. Smith Siding, 109 Ensminger Drive, behind Dairy Queen.
The seventh time I picked up the phone, Glenda Cox was on the line. Hey, Glenda, how you doing?
Hey, I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm doing real good. Just enjoying the beauty of this day, and it's going to be another warm day, but we're used to it, I think.
I think by now.
Are you in the mood for mooing?
I can do it.
All right, so Glenda's probably been around a few cows before.
Yes, quite a few.
And so I'm just going to rear back here, and I'm going to wait, and you take a deep breath, and whenever you feel comfortable, you just go ahead and do your best moo, Glenda.
Moo.
All right. That's kind of an alto cow, wasn't it?
Yeah, she was my favorite.
So you were patterning your what's the word I'm looking for? Patterning your moo after your favorite cow, huh?
Yeah.
All right. So you are qualified to wear one of these really nice green June Dairy Month T-shirts that we're going to have waiting for you down here, okay, Glenda?
Thank you. And can I take a minute and just thank all the dairy farmers?
I want you to take more than a minute and let's just talk about the dairy business these days, Glenda.
And it's just not what it used to be.
Mm-hmm.
And they work hard. It's a hot, cold, nasty job, but everybody that does it loves it.
It's amazing how many folks, and we've been giving away these T-shirts for years, and we've been talking to folks about the dairy industry, and boy, it has its ups and downs, but certainly you can't tell that by talking to the people who do it, Glenda.
No, yeah, end the year with, well, maybe next year.
Mm-hmm. Well, and the thing is, there are lots of people chipping away at your profits and chipping away with different ways to spend money. And you got to spend money to keep the equipment up and running. You just want it to be a good year, and I hope that we can continue to support all of our dairy operators, and because it's a vital part
Oh, yeah. Good, fresh, quality milk.
Yes.
It's priceless.
I was trying to remember, you and I have worked, we worked a June Dairy Day sometime in our careers.
Yeah, I think we worked quite a few.
Yeah, but I just remember the one that we did. I can't remember where the location was, but I can tell you what I do remember about it. I drank a baby bottle full of chocolate milk on a day about like today.
Oh my goodness.
So you know, it was a contest, I think.
Uh-huh.
Who can get...
I almost think that was in high school. That was the first one when we started the celebrating back up.
Well, it could have been in high school, but I don't know that I remember much that happened after I drank the baby bottle full of chocolate milk.
It's hard work.
Well, I mean, it was a contest, and I think I lost at that.
Oh, man.
But anyway, we're going to all win if we go out and support our dairy farmers, our dairy businesses today, because it is a vital part of our community and our well-being. Okay, Glenda, I want to see you sporting that T-shirt soon, okay?
Okay, thank you so much.
Bye-bye. Glenda Cox, she that was an extra special call there because she helped us do a little positive public relations for the dairy industry. So thanks to Glenda Cox. Winning the shirt, who knows what we'll do the next time. Who knows what we'll get. Can't get any better than Glenda, but we might get some more good comment for sure.
Hack Whitty, Marita Whitty-Lyle, David Whitty.
Growth begins with an idea. At the People's Bank, that idea is to give you the banking service you deserve. We carry out that idea in everything we do. In fact, it's become our motto, working for you. As that idea continues to grow, let us work for you at our new location, 1300 West Main Street, opening this summer. Let us be the place where your ideas begin, where you get the banking you deserve. Come grow with us. The People's Bank, working for you.
Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Check out the deals at Gilliard Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram.
Save big on summer adventure during our Jeep Celebration event. How about saving up to $5,800 off the factory MSRP on a new 2018 Jeep Grand Cherokee? Or choose up to $4,000 off the new 2018 Jeep Renegade. Now you can save up to $3,750 off on the newly redesigned 2019 Jeep Cherokee.
If car shopping makes you nervous, come to the home of legendary service.
TJ.
Here.
From the north, south, east, west, NEWS, here's the latest news.
From around the world and up the street, it's Tidbit News, where we look at things that might not make the headlines, or will they? Aaron Russell is going to join me today. Hey, Aaron, how you doing?
I'm good.
Let's see here. This is what I'm going to do. We got Angela's wasn't able to be here, so I got a snake story. I'm going to use it before she gets back.
All right.
Because I don't want to ruin her day. Okay.
All right.
So this is actually in Finland, in Helsinki. You've heard of that?
Yeah.
There is an improvised method of getting rid of a snake in a garden by spraying it with gasoline. And that kicked off a chain reaction that ended up with a house on fire in southern Finland.
Who saw that coming?
The Finnish public broadcasting company said yesterday that some of the flammable liquid spread by an ill-fated homeowner in Suuntio, which is west of Helsinki, if you didn't know that, landed on a nearby lawnmower that was warm enough to ignite a fire. Flames spread quickly Monday in extremely dry conditions to the wooden house, reaching the exterior wall and the attic. The story says that firefighters extinguished the blaze, but damages may reach 15,000 euros.
Oh, man.
Which is $17,000. Although the home's interior was not affected. Well, that's a moot point this time.
Yeah.
The reporter did not identify the type of reptile, but there are venomous adders, smooth snakes, and grass snakes, the most common types of snakes in Finland. So it could have been one of those three.
Gotcha. I see why you wanted to save that for Angela.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's like...
I mean, the same story's about to happen here in Glasgow. She keeps running into snakes out there at her house.
That's right. So. She's going to spray it with gas.
Yeah.
Of course, certainly the snake couldn't appreciate that.
No.
Not even a smooth snake. Yeah, I'm thinking about, something from the old Bill Cosby show. Smooth snakes.
All right, here she is. She's back.
She is?
Let me throw her on.
Okay.
Yeah. There's Angela Briggs right there. We just finished up the snake story there, Angela.
Let me hear it.
All right.
Let you hear it?
Yep. Give me the Cliff's Notes version.
All right.
We all know where I stand on snakes.
An improvised method of getting rid of a snake in the garden by spraying it with gasoline kicked off a chain reaction that ended up with the house on fire in southern Finland.
Okay, I can understand why the blowtorch idea was tossed around. Like,
That's
I
right.
need to get that.
It says that it wasn't a blowtorch. What it was is this person flew. I almost said she. That would have been a presumptive statement for sure.
I can understand her.
The homeowner actually sprayed gas on the snake, and it sprayed it too close to a running lawnmower, and so it spread.
Hold up. They had the running lawnmower.
Yeah.
With blades turning.
Yeah.
And they're like, wait a minute, let me go get some gas to spray.
I guess they weren't sure they could hit it.
I mean, who just has a spray bottle of gas laying around?
I don't know. Nobody that I know.
I'm saying.
Anyway, $17,000 worth of damage. They're not sure what kind of snake it was, but it could have been a venomous adder, a smooth snake, or a grass snake.
Tell you right now, it was a snake.
Okay.
And I mean, that's all you need to know.
So anyway, we have doubled that snake story.
But listen, I just want to say for the record, I can understand.
Okay.
Again, I've killed 8 snakes in my yard this year.
Yeah.
Attention, city of Glasgow.
None of with
I don't live in a swamp.
None of with gasoline.
I'm not saying I haven't toyed around with that idea.
Well, anyway, while we're on the topic of animals, authorities say that some furry critters, not vandals, are likely to blame for some American flags disappearing from a veteran's graves in Massachusetts.
Okay.
At Bellevue Cemetery in Adams, Massachusetts, they were first reported missing earlier this week. Residents volunteered to replace the flags by hand, and then those went missing too. So the police have investigated, and here's the blame. Here's the reason.
Okay.
Perhaps you've heard of the old adage, how much wood could a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood?
Somebody's chucking flags.
No, it's the woodchucks are taking them.
Whatever.
You didn't know that woodchucks did anything.
I mean, I knew they chucked wood.
They're anti-American, too.
I'm saying.
It's communist woodchucks taking away the flags.
I'm picturing this communist woodchuck.
This is the truth.
Like the sickle and hammer.
That's right.
Flying behind the woodchuck.
They said a similar incident happened in New York in 2012 where the police linked a woodchuck to about 75 flags that disappeared from the...
That sounds to me like you got the police sitting around thinking, look, we don't know who this flag guy is. We've got to find something.
That's right.
Let's blame the woodchucks.
Anyway, police say that they plan to keep an eye on the cemetery. There you go. Watching out for the woodchucks. Trying to answer that question. How many...
Red.
I'm trying to think what's worse, communist woodchucks or snakes? Like if I had to pick.
Well, I told you I was keeping it with animals.
I want that on a t-shirt, like say no to communist woodchucks.
Okay, all right. And finally, this story, I just threw this in here because this was interesting, but I don't know if I'm not trying to top the other story.
Okay.
But there was a Dunkin' Donut shop in Baltimore no longer offers customers coupons if they report workers shouting in foreign languages to management.
What?
Do you get this? The Baltimore Sun is reporting today that there's a sign in the store on West 41st Street. It was removed after it created a stir on social media. There's a photo of the sign posted on Twitter, and it reads as follows. If you hear any of our staff shouting in a language other than English, please call immediately with the name of the employee to receive a coupon for free coffee and a pastry.
That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard of.
In a statement, Dunkin' Donuts says the general manager of the shop posted the sign based on his personal judgment. The franchise owner thought the sign was inappropriate and had it removed. So anyway, there's like maybe they, in Baltimore, there's probably lots of different ethnicities working in places like Dunkin' Donuts, and so they yelled at each other in a foreign language, report it to the manager, and you get a free coupon for donut and coffee.
Dude, if I was bilingual, I'd be yelling at all kinds of people in a foreign language.
You could really actually probably, rip off the place.
I do know some bad words in Spanish.
Do you? Well, okay.
Henry's like, don't say it. Don't say it. Aaron's going to say it. Aaron's got the Aaron's got the delay button ready.
He used it before the word snake.
There we go.
All right. That's all we have. That's all we have in the way of tidbit news. I'm glad you got back, so now I don't have to repeat that story anymore. It is getting trash canned.
Again, folks, I would like to let you know to please contact City Hall in regard to my snake problem.
The Empty Nest Inside Pharmacy Express. TJ Sampson, providing TLC, total local care 24/7. My husband and I were both admitted to TJ Sampson. They were so good to us, and we will always go back to TJ, your local healthcare provider. Total local care 24/7.
Why the name Fire Pit Spirits? Because your beverage of choice is meant to be enjoyed with good friends, celebrating life, happiness, or just the end of a hard week of work. And, as always, it's meant to be consumed responsibly. So, whatever you're celebrating, gather round your fire pit, because good times are made with the ones you choose to keep in your circle. Fire Pit Spirits. Best selection, best service, best friends.
The university scientists have long hypothesized, where does the magic man get his magic? The phenomenon that is the magic man is considered one of the great wonders of science. Truth be told, there is no science greater than magic. And that's why the mystery remains.
Hi, I'm Eddie Bruner, and yes, technically I am the magic man, but there's no magic to it. It's honesty, knowledge, and paying the best prices I can pay.
Glasgow.
They come in here real quick.
Yeah, some more reaction to trivia. Go ahead.
Well, first of all, I want to put Patricia Fancher on the birthday list today.
Patricia Fancher?
Awesome lady.
Okay.
Super, super awesome lady. She's having a birthday today. I want to send a very special birthday shout out to her. And are you ready for this?
Uh-huh.
You go back here. If you have a coin in your ear, thank you, Jody Roberts and Eddie Marsh.
Okay.
It means you're a drug dealer. It means you have got drugs for sale.
So they reported on Facebook, did they?
They did. And here's what gets me. I mean, a coin in your ear, why not just put like a little green dot on your face? You know what I'm saying?
Well, it's like it really draws attention to you, I think.
Well, I mean, if you're trying to sell drugs, that's one thing you want as customers.
That's right. And so that's why it's illegal in Hawaii, or one reason.
That's how they solemnize their drug deal.
And who is it again that we can thank for that?
Eddie Marsh, thank you. Jody Roberts, thank you.
Okay, all right. And thanks y'all for commenting on that and letting us get the rest of the story.
I wonder if that's where I found the quarter behind your ear thing came from.
Could
I wonder
be.
if they pull out like some drugs or something.
That's right. Here we are. Here's
I found a joint behind your
some
ear.
magic dust.
For those communist woodchucks.
That's right. It's a
Prescription Center is the culmination of my husband's professional career. When he took over GPC, he didn't want to be just good. He'd already done that. He wanted to be great. And I think his patients would agree that he's done just that. Could he get by with a smaller staff? Sure. The gift shop, the flower shop, delivery people, a brand new facility, none of those things are required to have a pharmacy. But that's why it's not just a good pharmacy, it's a great one. I'm really excited to see what Robert is going to do next because I know he's going to put his heart into it.
Who will be the future face of Pedigo Lessenberry? Through expert analysis, we've confirmed their potential. With intense training, we've prepared them for any occurrence. We've taken their strengths and made them stronger. Now it's time to see what they're made of. Presenting the future face of ISU Pedigo Lessenberry Insurance.
Hello, I'm Jared Pursley. And I'm Daniel Bird. And we're more than prepared to serve you here at ISU Pettigo-Lessenberry Insurance, growing with a proud community since 1902.
Lessenberry Do-It Center is Glasgow's only locally owned hardware store, and that means a lot to me. Lessenberry's has been in business for over 100 years. I walk in the store, they know who I am, and I get the help that I need. For me, Lessenberry's is the easiest place for me to shop, simply because it's a local family-owned business, and I feel comfortable when I'm there. And I'm glad there's still a place like that in Glasgow I can go to.
Hi, I'm Fred Parrish here at Parrish Carpet in Glasgow.
New outrage over Trump administration.